Welcome to the Goode Intelligence Biometric Summit 2021 from an unseasonably chilly London. We had snow yesterday, which is now gone, but it's been a strange month so far. I hope you're all well and safe. My name is Alan Goode. I'm the CEO of Goode Intelligence, and I shall be your host for today's summit. A couple of housekeeping points. We have a mixture of live and recorded sessions today. We'll have plenty of opportunity to ask questions during our live sessions, during the Q&A sessions. You can submit questions and queries to us outside of the live sessions using our email inquiry@goodeintelligence.com. We'll get through as many questions as we can, but we'll also make sure we stay on schedule so that the summit flows smoothly. Any questions that we do not cover during the live sessions, then we shall respond to you individually after the event. We have a full agenda for you today with experts located internationally and from across the ecosystem. We have 9 separate sessions ranging from biometric payment cards, the results of our 2021 biometric survey, a session dedicated to showcasing innovation in biometrics, models for digital identity, privacy and data protection, the effects from COVID-19, and digital wellness credentials. We are showcasing the latest and most innovative biometric technology from around the world. Keep a watch out for messages on our social channels, including Twitter and LinkedIn. I'll kick off the summit with the latest views and analysis from Goode Intelligence. If you don't know us, we're an international analyst consulting and events business founded in 2007. We cover the interconnected areas of authentication, identity and biometrics, and publish a range of analyst materials, including market analyst and forecast reports, product evaluation reports, white papers, and surveys. In my presentation, I should be discussing the effects of COVID-19 on the industry and highlights of our 2 recent market analyst reports covering automotive biometrics, car biometrics, and biometric payments. Immediately after my presentation, we continue the theme of how biometrics is turbocharging the payment industry, specifically for biometric payment cards, with a presentation and Q&A interview from Andre Lovstam, CEO of Zwipe. Following this session, I shall present the findings of our biometric 2021 survey, and then discussing this with Alexei Kitrov, President of ID&R&D. We surveyed 220 people around the world on their thoughts and opinions on the use of biometrics, including the impact of COVID-19, adoption rates, how companies are leveraging biometric technology, and their views on biometric spoof attacks and liveness detection. There's a great deal of insight in this survey, and it will be available to download from our website shortly. This session will formally close our morning session around 11:45 London time. For your lunchtime enjoyment, we've collated a selection of lunchtime listen interviews. These on-demand interview recordings are available over lunch or later if you want. We shall send you an email that contains the links for you to watch these sessions that include an insightful interview I had with Francis Zalesny, an experienced biometric industry expert who has worked for L1 Identity Systems and Solutions and BioCatch on Beyond Blockchain, next generation frameworks for privacy and security. Our second lunchtime listen interview, The Landscape for Biometrics, is between Goode Intelligence COO Michelle Goode and privacy and data protection professional Emma Bartlett. Emma shares our insight on confusion surrounding biometric technology. We resume after lunch at 1:30 London time with a 1-hour live session showcasing innovation in biometrics. Since our very first biometric summit back in 2018, we wanted to provide a platform for the very best and innovative vendors operating around the world in the biometric sector. Many of our innovation session vendors have gone on to be leading suppliers in this sector. For the 2021 cohort, we have representatives from Canada, Portugal, and the UK, with EarthID, Polygon, Vocavia Technologies, and WorldReach Software. Each company gets to present for up to 10 minutes, followed by a Q&A session moderated by me, and you get a chance to answer questions too. At 3 p.m. London time, we have a live panel session, a very topical look at the road to recovery with digital wellness credentials. Sponsored by Dayon, this session will investigate how biometrics is enabling smart health and digital wellness credentials. Dayon's Clive Bork will moderate a panel of experts that are involved in designing and deploying this technology. We then have a one-hour break until 5 p.m. UK time, when I'm joined by Robin Bortz from Voice Biometric Specialist for Nexia. Robin and I will be in conversation discussing the changes that the pandemic has brought to our lives, the new landscape that has resulted in how customer business preferences can be achieved. I would now like to provide an update on Goode Intelligence's recent research focus. Demand for biometric technology to support a wide range of applications across all vertical industries is increasing at a rapid rate of acceleration. The market is now super hot with increasing levels of investment and a very active M&A environment. COVID-19 has been an accelerant for the rapid adoption of biometric technology, supporting digital transformation activities. Widespread international lockdowns are pushing all sectors to rapidly stand up digital services from banking, retail, government, and healthcare. Biometrics is one of the prime technologies for supporting this new normal, and we are seeing around the world it's being integrated in a wide range of applications that are supporting the economy in these challenging times, from enabling digital onboarding, meeting AML and KYC regulations, to supporting international travel with digital health and wellness passports. Biometrics has become an essential tool. With face-to-face interactions, where face-to-face interactions are not permitted, the smartphone and the smart card are becoming an important tool in supporting identity verification, authentication, and payment authorization. In combination with a wide variety of available biometric systems delivered in two main models, centralized and decentralized. In today's summit, with the help of our partners, we explore both models that are being used across a wide range of applications and in many sectors. I would now like to share the findings from two pieces of analyst research we have published in the last couple of quarters, automotive and payments. Each of them provide great examples of how biometric technology is being baked into applications to support specific business needs and balancing the tightrope of security and convenience. This part looks at automotive in particular, but the model can be applied to other connected things that don't have a traditional feature-rich user interface, although the gap is steadily narrowing in terms of what is available in automobiles and in our home with things. Accurately identifying who is inside a vehicle and delivering them an ultra-personalized experience is becoming a key consideration for automotive OEMs. Biometrics is no longer a futurist technology for cars. In 2020, we witnessed the arrival of biometric technology into one of the most iconic luxury vehicles in the world, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Mercedes-Benz announced in July 2020 that its new S-Class car will come with biometric technology integrated into its infotainment system, enabling verification of digital payment processes from the vehicle. The car features a built-in biometric sensors, fingerprint sensors into the dashboard display, face recognition supported by 2 cameras, and the capability to use voice biometrics. The infotainment system is called My MBUX and supports 4 different methods of authentication, 3 of them biometric, voice, face, and fingerprint. The German auto giant followed a number of Chinese and Southeast Asian, Japan and Korean automotive OEMs in turning to biometric technology to enhance vehicle entry security and provide an ultra-personalized user experience once inside the cabin. We believe that the current major drivers for integrating biometrics into vehicles are user experience, personalization, and occupant authentication. And this becomes important when we move to more kind of autonomous vehicles and perhaps kind of combined with ride-sharing technology and services. We've identified 7 major applications for the use of biometrics in automobiles: personalization, vehicle entry, vehicle start, which is an additional security method once inside the vehicle, in-car payments, insurance, health, wellness, and well-being, which is in-cabin monitoring enabling safer driving. And this is a very important development, I think, in biometrics, as it combines who you are and how you are. No other identity or authentication technology can support this type of fusion application. And we expect to see more examples of this. In fact, we already are with COVID-19. Answering the question of how we are is vital, and we are seeing systems that combine identification, authentication, and health monitoring. And lastly, vehicle-to-home automation, where the connected car meets the connected home, and to support supporting the occupant authentication is vital for that, essential. Now on to payments. Last month, we published the third edition of our Essential Market Guide for Biometric Payments, first published in 2015. We have witnessed an explosion of activity and adoption. Customers want choice for payments. They also want the assurance that payments are secure and safe. And in the era of COVID-19, they want to be able to make them in a hygienic manner. The payment experience also must be convenient with as little friction as possible. The average online cart abandonment rate currently stands at 70%, with 30% abandoned due to friction, often led by frustration of identity and authentication processes. Biometrics for payments is increasingly a vital part of a payment service provider's toolkit in the never-ending task of reducing financial fraud and ensuring that their customers can conveniently prove their identity and authorize transactions when paying for trillions of dollars worth of goods and services in a variety of payment channels. Biometric technology can match and possibly exceed all the above requirements. It also has the ability to turbocharge future payment services that forego the use of a payment card, payment token card, or a smart mobile device. Tokenless or naked payments, they support customers for the entire payment journey in both physical and digital scenarios, from onboarding to new payment services, authentication, transaction authentication, authorization, and fraud detection. The impact from COVID-19 has been huge on the market, pushing more people online, including people making payments for the first time. Cash use is declining globally, and this decline has been accelerated by COVID-19. After an initial spike in cash withdrawals ahead of lockdowns around the world, concerns around the round of transmitting COVID-19 through high traffic ATMs, and the use of cash has dented cash use. According to WorldPay in its annual payments report, each cash use at the point of sale declined 32% from 2019 to 2020. WorldPay believes that COVID-19 has accelerated the decline in cash by 3 years, with cash being used for 20.5% of global point of sale volume in 2020, a decline from the 32.1 figure in 2019. Another impact of COVID-19 has been on consumer behavior, with reservations about using shared PIN pads and point-of-sale devices in retail stores. This is making biometric payment cards even more attractive, with consumer demand for these cards increasing during the pandemic. A survey from Goode Intelligence, carried out in the summer of 2020 in partnership with G&D, Linksins and NXP, with UK consumers, discovered that 88% of respondents want their banks to upgrade their contactless payment cards to support biometrics. And 42% of respondents are willing to pay between £2 and £5 per month for a biometric payment card with no upper spend limit. Mobile wallet use, often authenticated by on-device biometrics, has also accelerated during 2020, making it a favorite payment mechanism alongside contactless payment cards. COVID-19 has accelerated the use of mobile wallets, especially at the point of sale, providing a safer method of payment than cash, and also PIN authenticated debit and credit cards. WorldPay, again, in its annual payments report, believes that mobile wallets have gained on the back of declining cash, with a 19.5% rise between 19 and 20, now representing 25.7% of 2020 point of sale transactions. And they forecast that by 2024, account for 33.4% of global POS spend by 2024, with adoption in APAC being higher at almost 48% of spend. This market is also getting very blurry, and what I mean by that is that the definition of what a payment is and looks like Transactions supporting ticketing, identity, and travel are being hybridized, and service providers and platforms are cottoning on to the opportunity that this offers. A single verified identity credential can be linked to the permission to travel, to hire a vehicle, to enter a sports stadium, and to pay for goods and services. There's a great deal of innovation occurring within biometric payments, especially with tokenless scenarios. We believe that for physical payments and hybrid payments, where other applications, including identity and ticketing, are combined, tokenless payments will eventually prevail. The future is tokenless: no card, no phone, no watch, just you. With ever-increasing improvements, no performance of biometric systems that could become good enough to be used on their own without a token to authenticate customers and approve payment transactions, the Pay by Me service. When this will become dominant and replace token-based payment is currently difficult to answer. We are forecasting that by 2026, 302 million people globally will use tokenless payment solutions. The arrival of Amazon Go and the use of Amazon One offers an insight into the future of physical retail stores that could be replicated for mass transit travel, ticketing, events, car rental, and car ride sharing, and sports stadia. So hybrid ticketing, loyalty, and payments. Thank you. That's my part of the presentation done this morning. If you have some questions, then please email me or contact me in other ways.